Hey, what's up, guys? This is Johnny, and I am one half of Fantasy News and Brews. So, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is talking about DFS. So, just when you thought that the fantasy basketball world couldn't get even bigger, well, we've got DFS for you here. So, what is it? It is daily fantasy sports. So, what that is you compete in contests for cash prizes against other people. You have a salary cap, and you essentially buy players from a pool of players playing in one day, and the best lineup kind of cashes out. So, what we've got here, we've got kind of two different contest types, and that is GPP contests and cash contests. So, GPPs are kind of like your tournaments. It stands for guaranteed prize pool. So, for example, this first one here, there's $1 million contest coming up tomorrow. First couple of games back from the All-Star break. So as you can see, the better placement you get, the more money you'll win, right? $250,000 for first. All the way down to this range, $24,000, you'll win $15, and the entry fee is $10. So about, I say, a quarter or a fifth of people will cash out, whereas cash contests, down here you got 50-50s and double ups. About 50% of the pool will cash out. And it doesn't matter if you get first or 800th, you all will win $10 off a $5 entry, for example. Different types of game styles. You've got your classic here, you've got your 8-player lineups, staying under the 50,000 salary cap. You've got showdown mode, which only includes one game. However, you have a captain, and you can choose a captain that's worth 1.5 times their points. Your tiers, I don't really play those. I don't get into those much, but if you're curious, definitely, browse around the site. It's really fun. They have a lot of different game styles. But I personally mainly stick to classic, all games that are included. For tomorrow, we've got 2 games. And I usually play tournaments. So with tournaments, you kind of want to differentiate yourself with the crowd. So you kind of, so let's get into one right now. So let's go into this $1 million one and look at the player pool. We've got Luka up at the top, then Russ, then Beal. They're obviously more expensive ones because they get you the most fantasy points. And then down here, you've got kind of the min price. I think $3,000 is the min price. This is where you'll find your value, depending on injuries. I know there's been tons of injuries this year, tons of COVID news as well. So this is kind of where you find your value, and most are going to be popular depending on who's out. And we post all kinds of updates on Twitter, so be sure you're following us there. But yeah, so with tournaments, you kind of want to differentiate yourself. So Luka will obviously be the chalk, as we call it, a popular play, high owned. So a way to kind of get different is you fade Luka and maybe go down to DeRozan or Porzingis, kind of in cheaper price range, but someone who's not going to be as popular. Because if you're in a tournament and you're going for first place, you've got to find a way to get different. So that's kind of one way to do it. And so yeah, I plan on releasing some videos here starting tomorrow. I schedule this I'm going to try to do one every day. I'm going to release it in the morning, probably around 7 or 8 a.m. Pacific time. So be on the lookout for that. Be sure you're following us on Twitter. We will update you throughout the entire day. Any injuries, any key news to look forward to, and basically who's going to benefit this. So here you've got there isn't really anything big tomorrow, but let's say Russell Westbrook misses tomorrow for some reason. So we obviously want to go for Beal, right? He's going to be a more popular pick, but with good reason. And then as far as other plays, maybe Raul Neto will get the start. Maybe Garrison Matthew will get an increase in usage, things like that. So be sure you're on the lookout for that. Follow us on Discord. We have a great group of guys there. Everyone's asking questions, answering each other. It's awesome. We have Instagram. I know we don't use it very often, but we're gonna try step our Instagram game up a little bit. Other than that, yeah, I'm super excited to do this. I hope you guys have any interest in DFS. If not, then I highly recommend it. It's a good way to kind of get to know different players, keep up with the games when you're watching. You can kind of see who's scoring for your team. In the scoring format. So pretty similar to fantasy basketball. You've got a point per real life point. Assists are worth 1.5. Boards are 1.25. Steals and blocks are worth 2. Turnovers are minus half a point. 3-pointers made are plus half a point. And then you get bonus points for double doubles and triple doubles, which is why Luka and Westbrook are so popular each day, because they can get you those categories. So yeah, I think that about covers everything. So yeah, I look forward to doing this with you guys. We'll have a video coming up tomorrow morning of this 2-game slate, just to kind of break it down, and we'll have obviously a core of what I think a cash core looks like, the optimal build at the end of the video. Yeah, totally look forward to it, and take care.